In today's 10-minute workout series, we are going to focus on flexibility, stretching, and core. So all you'll need is a mat, and if you have a small weight or something that can be used as resistance, so maybe it's a book or some other prop that you might have, a water bottle, prop, anything like that. So for today, I won't be using anything, but if you like, I'll let you know when you might. So let's take it down over to the mat, or if you don't even have a mat, you have some space to clear out. I want to make sure that everybody has a chance to do some form of exercise, even if they don't have a lot of time. Okay, maybe you're traveling. So let's get started with squat and reaches. So let's go squat and reach. I'd like to start off with a bit of mobility. So even if we are doing a flexibility class, let's make sure we warm up those muscles just a little bit. So let's get moving. Love this expansion for the ribs. So let's get going. We'll do a few more of these. And so it's important not to try to stretch muscles that aren't warmed up. Okay, one more each. And excellent. Okay, so let's go into the narrow foot stance. Let's do some hip circles. And so here's the thing, right? Like, you might not have a lot of time. Maybe you're traveling and you know, all of a sudden you're trying to do workouts in your hotel room. Last one here. And let's go into an alternating back lunge. Actually, let's keep one foot planted. Let's just do it this way. That way you can keep your knee in line. Okay, so all the same leg, back lunge. And keep your shoulders back, your chest lifted. And let's go another 5 on this leg. And 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and switch your feet and just make sure that alignment is set with your knee. We don't want to be allowing that knee to cave in. And good. If you need to do a short stride, that's fine too. And we'll go another 5 here. Shoulders back, chest lifted, bending your back knee. And 2 more now. Okay, and then let's go into an alternating side lunge. So keep it small. Maybe you're needing to just take that to a small range of motion. That's totally fine. Otherwise, if you can, let's go into a bigger step. Okay, again, shoulders back, chest lifted. Excellent. And I'm going to get you to do one more each side here. And we'll do the hamstring scoop and that reach. You know, I love this type of movement. It really helps just lengthen the hamstring and then the chest opening right through the front of the shoulders. Open it up. Scoop it. 2 more each side. All right. And 1 more each side here. Excellent. 1 more. And I'd like you to go into a squat. And we'll do that squat first. And you're going to open it up and feel that reach up, and then stand up in between. So nice, good reach. And if you're tight through your hips, you might feel some loosening up there. And excellent. Okay, 1 more each side. And then your last one here. Okay. And then one more thing standing. I want you to go step into sort of a, not really a lunge, right? We're just in a split stance. I want you to square your hips. I want you to go from here, both hands are stacked. And we're gonna open it up, and we're gonna keep the hips where they are. I want you to open it up and try to follow that arm. Let's do that 5 on each side. If it's too much for you, this is what you're gonna do. More like, kind of like a bow and arrow, okay? And another 3, relax the neck. And 2 more. Excellent. And then 1 more time here. And then let's switch sides. So square the hips, little slight bend in the knee. We're gonna open it up, follow that hand if you can. And we'll do 5 of these. And 3 more. Open up. 2 more now. And then last one. Okay, and then keep your feet moving. Let's do some arm circles like this. And then if you have enough space, you open it up and follow the arm, and you're reaching back. And if you're noticing any major crunchiness in the shoulder joint. You just kind of bend the elbow and not force it, but just a nice release. One more each side here, and excellent. Okay, so let's take it down to the floor. I think my camera is fine like this. Before we do a static stretch, I still want to do a little bit more mobility. So let's come down. We'll do those windshield wipers. So here your feet are the shoulder width apart. You're going to drop them to one side and then the other. All right, so remember, this class is a flexibility and core, and I want to keep it about that 10 minutes. So I have to double check that we're staying within that time, okay? And one more each. Okay, good. Okay, so let's do some core work now. And I want you to go into your glute bridges first. So if you have one of those loop bands, you might want to grab that. If not, don't worry. We'll just keep our feet planted here. I'm gonna go 15 glute bridges now. Come up and down. Keeping your core tight. We're gonna do these and some clams. And squeeze it up. So I'm counting mine. I'm at 7. We'll go 15, 8, 9, excellent. 10, let's go another 5. Squeeze up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so that's 15 of those. Let's do 20 clams on one side. You're gonna lay right down on your side here. And hip is forward. 20 of these. And again, if you have that band, it's great. If not, don't worry. And up. Hip is forward. And abs braced. Let's go 5, 8, 9, 10. Another 10 here. 9, 8, 6. Make sure that hip is forward. Another 4. And then on to your back again. Let's do another 15 glute bridges, and then we'll do the clam on the other side. I'll just spin around here like this, and 15 glute bridges now. Take it up and down. 5, 6, 7, 8. The sun feels nice. And 5 more. Up. And feel those abdominal muscles and the glutes. Okay, let's do 2 more. And then we'll do the clams on this side now. Okay, so from here, hip is forward. Let's do 20 of these and go. 4, hip is forward. 5, 7, 8. Remember, we're doing 20 of these. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, so that's some really good glute activation. Let's go into a plank. And if you can set your timer here, I'm going to count to 60. If you have an actual timer with you, then go ahead and do a minute. My Apple Watch, I forgot to charge it last night, so I don't have I don't have the timer. So let's just estimate this into a plank on your forearms, and let's go. 1 minute. Lengthening. Keep going. Keep holding. And that's about 30 seconds. Keep going, another 30. Breathing. Lengthening. Keep holding. About 15 seconds to go. And keep going. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you're right on your front now. Let's go into a low back extension. And again, this can set you up for the day, especially if you're gonna be sitting a lot or at your desk. That's everything lifts up and down. Okay, everything lifts. Keep it close if you need. You don't have to lift your hands. If you are comfortable, your arms are extended. Looking down, everything lifts. Squeeze your glutes. Keep going. Let's go another 5 of these. And one more time here. Okay, and then release. Let's push it into child's pose. And from here, we'll just do a little stretch. Let's add this child's pose in here. Lean back. We'll do a set of dead bugs and then we'll carry on with some stretches. Okay, onto your back. So if you have something you want to use for resistance, I will not use anything here, but both hands, I might even link my thumbs together. I'm going to reach both arms and extend one leg. Keeping your core tight. I'm going to do 20 of these. Each one is 1. So that's 2. And keeping your back flat. If you want to add some tension or more resistance there, a little add variety, add that crunch. And keep going. This is about 7. We're going to go 20. Okay, keep going. 8. Excellent. Keeping your back flat. Awesome. Keep going. Almost there. You can do both arms, both legs if you feel okay. And just a couple more here. And excellent. Okay, and release. Okay, so let's go into a static stretch. So extend one leg. Let's lift up one. We'll do a hamstring stretch. I want you to just relax your head and flex and point your toe. Flex and point. Flex and point. Not forcing the stretch, just enough to feel that. Just hold it just for a little bit longer. And now let's hug that knee in, and I want you to bring it over to the side. And this is where you can extend your arm and then look away. If you can, that's a nice good stretch for your glute, but also through the chest, front of the shoulder. Again, not forcing. And then back to the center, and let's switch hamstring on this side. Okay, flex and point, flex and point, flex, point. Okay, relax your body. Just a gentle hamstring stretch. And excellent. Hug that knee in, bring it over to one side there and extend, and then you're looking away. I want you to feel that stretch in the front of the shoulder and into that glute. And depending on where you're tight, you might feel that in some other areas. And then back to the center. Let's roll it up to seated, and if you're okay kneeling, we'll do an inner thigh stretch here. And while we're in this position, I want you to just rock back and forth. Okay, so just a gentle rock back and forth, not forcing the stretch, but just enough. And then bring it back and hold that stretch. And while you're here, you might even lift up your toes, get a bit of a stretch in different areas, the inner thigh. And now Before we switch legs, let's take this leg in. Let's bring it to the front. That hip flexor stretch where you're squaring the hips. Let's reach up, same arm as your back leg. Okay, so especially if you're sitting a lot, just make sure that we're loosening up and getting that stretch there, and then over to the same side as your front leg. Excellent. And again, not forcing, but feeling that stretch. And let's bring it in. Let's take this other leg out to the side and take it here. And if you are comfortable, you're rocking back and forth. And okay, not forcing that stretch, but just enough. And now hold it. Okay, and hopefully that feels nice, getting the stretch here. Now if you're comfortable kneeling on this knee, I have to be just a tiny bit careful with this knee because when I was trying to get back to some figure skating moves, I fell on that knee, and there's one little spot that still is not quite. There we go. I'm in a good spot now. Let's take it over and reach. So if you have a mat, you might want to double it or even put a pillow there if it bothers your knee. Excellent. Take it up onto the feet and let's take the step side to side with the rotation here. And excellent. So now just a tiny bit here, more here. Let's take those arms up. Hands behind your back. Let's open it up. Quadricep stretch. Okay, hold onto something if needed. Let's get a stretch in the front of the thigh. And now the other side. Just about that perfect amount of time to just get some movement in to get your day started. One last stretch. Open. Shake out your arms. Anything else you might need to stretch. And excellent. Well done today. That is approximately a good 10-minute, maybe closer to 15 minutes all together. Get started with your day. Excellent job. See you next time.